Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to freely assemble and petition the government for a redress of their grievances. It's the First Amendment. It's all that matters.
Folks, we finally know who Mitt Romney's VP nomination is. What does Castellano think? Well, first thought, I think it is a little risque, but then the more and more I thought about it, I'm excited. One of the most brilliant men in Washington. Both sides of the aisle, I'll say. Good looking guy. Senator of Wisconsin. Very liberal state. Well, can't be too liberal. The governor is Scott Walker. Who knows? This time around, they might go for Mitt Romney. Paul Ryan. Who's Paul Ryan? Well, Paul Ryan is so smart. The Democrats and Republicans, even at the age of 23, went to him to ask him math questions. He served when President Reagan in his Reaganomics worked and got this country created all kinds of jobs. 350,000 jobs created the first month. Guess what? Mr. Ryan wasn't actually in administration. He worked under Jack Kemp. Brilliant guy, also smart, respected on both sides of the aisle, ex-football player. Mr. Kemp put Mr. Ryan under his wing, and Mr. Ryan knew everything about Reaganomics. That's what he's going to bring to this. He's going to bring to the table. Reaganomics, going to get people back to work. And guess what? He's not afraid to tackle the tough problems. Medicare, welfare. Folks, I want to tell you something real quick. I'm going to tell you something about this guy. Want me to tell you how smart he is within the first couple hours? Guess what he said? I'm not going to destroy Medicare. I'm not going to destroy our healthcare system. But when we're paying $65 for an aspirin when you go stay at a hospital, he made a deal. I don't know. I think Bear aspirin. I want to be 100% right, but Bear aspirin. Guess what the Bear aspirin said? Somebody stays in the hospital, Bear aspirin will help them promote their product too, which is a good product. It's been around for years. The aspirins are on them. So guess what? No more $65 bills for when a hospital administers an aspirin to a patient. $65 for every patient across the country. They went through big hospitals across the country. It'll save millions upon millions of dollars. Just right there. Then he went to the needle company. And they're paying somewhere like $14, $15 a needle. The needle company said that what they could do is, say the needles cost them 8 cents. I'm coming up with a figure. And to pay the salesman, advertising, administration, and stuff like that, we charge $1 instead of $14 or $15. There's still money to be made to help pay for proper care of people, and there's still a profit. Not an outrageous profit like we have now, where Democrat and Republican politicians go like this. Whoosh, put this down south. Now, mind you, when you save this kind of money, $50, $60, $70 on an aspirin, when you want to give somebody a mammogram, when you want to have a Medicaid patient that they want to, or Medicare, that the Obama administration with a Obamacare wants to have a doctor say, guess what? You have a patient coming to your office, you get $25. That's all you get. Most doctors want to go into private care. Why? Because they're going to get $25. They're going to sit there and they're going to evaluate, check person's heart, check their rectum, do all the kinds of stuff that they have to do. And it's all the Obamacare is going to give them is $25. You know what people are going to do? I do it too because I'm not putting I don't want to do it anyway. So I don't want to be a doctor. But $25 no matter what they do. Now, if you cut out this ridiculous price on aspirin, I mean, he mentioned many things. Just the aspirin thing, you could give a doctor that treats a Medicare patient $50. Now it's affordable for him. He could handle the Medicare patients, take them in, and we could cover it. He doesn't want to destroy our healthcare system. He wants to improve it. Not like the Obama administration. Remember, folks, the Democrats all been corrupt for years. They don't care about you. If they did, they would try to help the country instead of destroy it. When they give GM billions of dollars, they say to save GM, and that's all it did was to help the unions pay for their Cadillac plan. It didn't go to the actual workers. The workers lost their job. Forgot the stimulus package. They put the money out right to the GM union leaders, because you know why? The unions will come and support them. Paul Ryan has got solutions. Folks, in the next couple months, you're going to see what Mr. Ryan's all about. He's got very intelligent. You keep an open mind, and you know what? You know why I believe in him? They told him, Mr. Ryan, what are you doing going to try to go out to be a politician in Wisconsin? They're very, very liberal. Guess what? He didn't take anybody's advice. He went there, and he won. You know why? He could win you over because his ideas. He's respected by Democrats and Republicans. And guess what, folks? Castellano's going to give you a little inside scoop. Some of you people may have forgot. Some of you people may have not watched. But when he came out with his budget plan before, when Obama was supposed to cut, when he wanted to raise the debt ceiling, he said we're going to make cuts. Paul Ryan came out with a real, actual plan to improve it, not to destroy it. Guess what? They laughed at him. They're going to push Granny off the cliff. You don't want to push Granny off the cliff. Obama cut $600 million. Or $600 billion, I don't know. I'm billion, trillion, money's no object of this administration. Cut it out of Medicare. Not in the Ryan plan. All he wants to do is improve it. But anyways, after they tried to ridicule him, like the Saul Alinsky thing, when you don't have an answer, make fun of him, destroy him, and call them a liar. And you know what? People will believe it after a while. Anyway, Bill Clinton had his hand around Ryan. They didn't know the mic was on. He says, you know what, buddy, you're right. We got to stop this partisan stuff. Both sides got to come across. This country's going to be destroyed unless we do something about this country. Bill Clinton, one of the most loved Democrats of all time, put his arm around Paul Ryan on an open mic. He didn't know it was on, and said, enough of this. We got to do something. Otherwise, this country's going to be destroyed. So you know what, folks? Paul Ryan, VP pick, Castellano, 100% behind you. You know what, folks? You don't know who Paul Ryan is? Take your time, click the TV on, turn American Idol off, Desperate Housewives, or Leave It to Beaver episodes. Give this guy a shot, see what he's got to say. Because you know what? It's time to turn this country around. Let's save it. Let's start from the ground floor. You're watching the Rick Castellano show. Paul Ryan, this Diet Ginger Ale is for you. Folks, this Paul Ryan thing is getting pretty catchy because Castellano's starting to come up with ideas. Eastman Kodak, billions of dollars of patent rights, billions of dollars. They're hoping to get it, but that's what these patents are worth, billions. But because of some stupid laws, because they're in bankruptcy or they're close to bankruptcy, filing, they can only get $500 million, the pennies on what these things are worth. You know what? Castellano's solution: merge with somebody. Some of these patents are priceless. priceless. Eastman Kodak, if you'd listened to Castellano before, you would have fought that battle against Polaroid instead of giving them all those millions about the instant film. You should have said, listen, we invented film. So you would never have been able to come up with a Polaroid if we didn't invent it. Instead, you gave them money then, and then when you started doing the instant film, they sued you. So that's your downfall, being weak. Don't be weak now, okay? Don't be weak and hire, who's... I can't think of that goof's name there, that CEO from Della Burns or Della Reese or whatever her name is from Xerox. Well, we're starting to make a profit. I've fired 1 million people. Look, Xerox is a dead company. Your stock's worth nothing. All right, you could put your token, whatever you want to say, person in there. She's clueless, okay? Why am I picking on her? Because she is clueless. She hasn't done anything to create jobs. All she did is cut jobs. Oh, guess what? We made money last month. I only fired 14,000 people. All right. Xerox, you're gone. Kodak, don't go down the same alley as Xerox. Kodak, you got great, great patents. Don't let them go to waste. You want to rebuild this country? You want to build this company? Talk to a few people. Maybe make a merger with somebody, but don't let them screw you. You're a great company once, you could be great company again. Castellano's behind you, but don't let them do this to you. Don't take the $500 million. If you want to start employing people again, fight for your rights. Have somebody, get some mouthpiece to go out and speak to this country. Let them know what's going on to you. What's going to happen to you, how they're trying to take advantage of you, or maybe get somebody to let you separate the patents from the company. And if you want to rebuild the company, sell the patents for what they're worth and then invest it in a company, or make some kind of deal that after you sell your patents that you'll pay your debts on the company. But don't get screwed anymore. Eastman Kodak, you're a monumental piece of Rochester. It's time to fight back. Stop getting sand kicked in your face and do something about it. The people of Rochester, the people of New York are behind you. You're watching a Rick Castellano show, and all you people that want to try to mess with Eastman Kodak, you're messing with Castellano too, and I hope you people feel the same way. Guess what you could do? This is for you, Mr. Gant. You got 5 or 6 houses and 17, 18 vacant lots. Pay for the 5 or 6 houses, knock them down. Build a parking lot and get people to actually come over to Sailor Salon, who knows, Asali Baba Stadium, and they'll come and go again. But you know what? There's no place to park because Mr. Gant said, let's keep it in the city of Rochester. Let's pay twice as much for a stadium and have no parking. We're going to have a Kodak. We're going to have all the people from Batavia, Buffalo, and everybody else to come to watch our soccer games. But we got a place over in the middle of the city that every other house we have potted plants in front, and I got to see the same guy getting paid, I don't know, $8-10 an hour to water. Folks, you're watching the Rick Castellano show. I don't know what the producer keeps on waving for. I don't know if it's a commercial break at the end of the show. Excuse me while I have a sip. Who knows what the guy's thinking? He thinks that I'm just babbling on. He knows the Castellano's got a plan inside his brain. Excuse me a second. My first plan is a sip. All right. Got a soccer stadium. We got flowers all over the place that are ridiculous. People are watering them and doing it every day. We got goofs on the other side of the city spraying graffiti on buildings. Say, whoa, look at his artwork. And in the old days, instead of arresting them, they're applauding it. Okay. Let's cut the foolishness. Let's get back down to basics. You've been on unemployment for a long time? In between looking for a check, maybe put in 4 days a week. 1 day a week, go out, look for a job. 4 days a week, you know what I'd like to see? And then I sit and see in the hillbilly Jim there picking up cans on the side of the corner. I want cigarette butts picked up. I want them raked, and I want them picked up. If you don't want to do that, work at Burger King, work at McDonald's, work at Arby's, but enough of this free handout, unemployment extensions forever, because you know why? Barack Obama doesn't care about you. The Democratic Party doesn't care about you. They just want to get reelected. Why? We got guys like Harry Reid that are in an office in Nevada. He's a multi-millionaire, but guess what? Mitt Romney, release your tax returns. Harry Reid, you never released one tax return, and they've been begging you. We don't know how you become a millionaire. Nancy Pelosi, the same thing. Folks, politicians are crooks. Are the Republican crooks? Yes. Politicians. We need less government. Less government. Democrats and Republicans. But I know what the Democrats stand for. Democrats stand for. Guess what? There's a lot of money in the gay community. Gay marriage. Don't call it gay marriage. There's money in the gay. You want to treat everybody equally? Okay. Go have your union. Go whatever you want. Don't call it marriage because it's sacred. It's a God-created marriage for a man and a woman. So, Democrats, don't do the stuff that, no, all you're in is for the money. You know why? Why do you keep on offering free things? Free money that's not even yours to give because you want to get voted. You want to get voted into office. Why? Because you don't have no good ideas. If you cared about the country, you'd get them back to work. Everybody that wants to work. And good paying jobs. What could we do? Energy. Clean energy. Well, clean energy all sounds great, but you know what? We could do a pretty good job of clean energy. Right now, even with gasoline. I don't mind having more precautions. I don't mind having more safety measures. But I do mind just cutting it off completely because you know what? China's buying gas from Canada now. China. Guess what we're doing? Gasoline drilling is too bad. It's bad. Guess what we're doing? We're in South America. We're in Mexico. And we're in Venezuela. And we're spending our money to help them drill. Imagine that. We're spending our money to help them drill so we can buy gas from them. Folks, it's not more insane than this. This is totally insane.